Hello everyone, it's Enigma here, and today, I'm here to talk about a more negative thing that, I gotta address about Nintendo, because, this has really been driving me crazy, and I just wanna really just talk about it. Before I talk about it, however, there's a few things I wanna, let you guys know. Obviously, Nintendo isn't perfect. I completely understand that, and, I'm still a big fan of Nintendo. That's why I'm making this video. I mean, yes, it's a negative video, but I still love Nintendo, and, even though I love them, I don't disagree. I don't agree with every decision they make. Sometimes I do disagree, and I do have the right to get my voice heard and, address an issue I see in the company. That doesn't mean I don't like them. It just means that I think there's a problem that, I want addressed, and it's just something I need to talk about. I can't go through 2020 without making a video about Nintendo's long drought. Basically, Nintendo hasn't really revealed anything. Now before people, get at me for being, impatient, usually I'm good at patience. I've been patient a lot of times with Nintendo, but I think this is when I draw the line, because I think it's been really, really, really bad this year, because I feel like Nintendo has really dropped the ball on us this year, and they've been really dragging their feet across the ground, and this is something that, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would agree with me on, that, Nintendo, this is a big problem with Nintendo this year. So obviously, the virus is going around, and I completely understand that. I completely understand it might be hard for, other companies to make products. I completely understand that. But, I don't think this should really stop Nintendo. Look at the other companies that have been revealing things. Sony just had a PS5 event that was actually pretty good, by the way. And, Xbox, Microsoft is going to be having a event next week. So that's pretty exciting, too. Nintendo, on the other hand, they haven't really been doing anything. Nintendo's game list has been pretty dry this year. The only big AAA game that is released this year for them is Animal Crossing New Horizons, and that was back in March. And yes, it is a good game. I just recently got it, and I have a lot of fun with it. I actually really enjoy it. I don't think one good game is enough to last an entire year. I think Nintendo still does not have their holiday lineup, and I don't know what's taking them so long to reveal this stuff. Again, I'm not trying to be impatient or toxic, but this is definitely a big issue. We're all the way in June, and we still don't know their full lineup this year. And, we're still waiting on that. Another big thing is that some people are going to point out, well, there's more cases of the virus in Japan, and that's probably what is holding Nintendo back more so than other companies. That's actually false. Yes, Japan probably does have more cases of the virus, but, other Japanese companies are still finding ways to reveal games. Obviously, Sega, that's a Japanese company. They're finding ways to reveal games. Other companies like Square Enix, they're finding ways to reveal games. The only company that is seemingly having trouble with revealing stuff is Nintendo, and I'm not sure why. They should honestly be the last company that should be struggling with something like this. I mean, Nintendo was a multi-billion-dollar company, and I think that, it's kind of strange that they've been struggling this much to reveal, simple stuff. Obviously they did reveal some stuff, like Paper Mario the Origami King. That's cool. Obviously that's coming this year. Same with Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. But then again, we still are lacking information. 2020 hasn't really been the best year to be a Nintendo fan, in my opinion. Yeah, there's Animal Crossing, and it's probably good for Animal Crossing fans, but really for, the general fan base that are still waiting on this stuff, it hasn't really been that good. Now, this week, today, as I'm recording this, today is June 17th, Nintendo has a Pokemon Direct. I don't personally care about Pokemon, honestly. I have Pokemon Sword, and I don't know, the gameplay just didn't really click with me. I'm just not a huge RPG fan. But, you know, Nintendo has a presentation for Pokemon. Honestly, if you were to ask me, I think Pokemon is like the last game that we need news for right now. Pokemon just had a Direct like 2 weeks ago, and now they're already having a Direct. And I feel like there's more stuff we don't know about this year. Like, we still don't know, like, the Arms Fighter for Smash. We still don't know their holiday lineup. Like, I feel like Pokemon news is, like, the last thing we need right now. And I just don't know what's struggling with Nintendo on just getting this news out there. You know, they have dropped, like, a mini direct, but still, like, that mini direct was mostly third parties and games we already knew about. Like, other than that, there wasn't really much in that direct. And I feel like Nintendo really, like, if Nintendo does have games planned for this year, if they do have a holiday lineup, it better be good, because, you know, we're just desperately waiting for that stuff. And when other companies are revealing games, I'll honestly say it's a bit jealous. I'm a bit jealous of the other fans of, like, PS5 and, you know, the Xbox, because they are getting announcements still, despite, you know, the current, you know, pandemic. Nintendo, like, they just haven't really been doing much. Again, I want to stress again, I love Nintendo. I really love Nintendo. They're my favorite out of, like, the hardware competitors. But if I do see a problem in the company, I do think I have a right to, you know, address that issue. I'm not the BitBlock where I'm complaining for the sake of complaining. I think my complaints, you know, do make sense, in my opinion. And I do think that this is something that, you know, needs to be addressed, because Nintendo has just been really dropping the ball this year for me. And I feel like they need to announce, like, their holiday lineup, because we just don't know anything. Yeah, I do think this is definitely, like, one of the worst years to be a Nintendo fan. And I hope that whatever they have, it is gonna be good, because if we're waiting for, like, bad games, that's unlikely, because Nintendo always makes good games. But in this, like, rare scenario where, like, none of the games are, like, hype or really that good, then yeah, 2020 definitely would be, like, the #1 worst year for Nintendo, in my opinion. But yeah, that's just my opinion. You can feel free to disagree with me, and I do expect people to disagree with me on my opinion, and that's totally okay. But I think this is definitely an issue. I'm definitely in the camp that Nintendo really needs to step it up and, you know, reveal things. But yeah, this is personally where I stand right now. So what are your guys' opinions? Do you guys think Nintendo's really dropping the ball this year? Do you guys think that they really need to step it up? Or do you guys think that Nintendo's doing fine and that we're worrying about nothing? Let me know in the comments down below, and I would love to hear it. Anyways, this has been Enigma, and peace. See you next time.